Hi guys, welcome back, and hopefully you're getting on well with those two licks that I've showed you. Now, we're going to revisit this idea of airports that I talked through in earlier lessons. Now, for those that have forgotten or can't remember or haven't even looked at that lesson, it's simply the idea that we've got two main root notes on the E string and A string for every key, right? So what I mean really is that we've got, let's say we're in the key of B minor, okay? We can find a B note on the E string and the A string. Okay, and it's the way we divide those two, because if you look at it, if we find that B note on the E string, it's on the 7th fret. If we find it on the A string, it's on the 2nd fret. And then again, if we then go a whole octave up from that, we can find it on the 14th fret and on the E string, way up there. Okay, so all the way up the other end of the guitar. Now, what this allows us to do is kind of piece together two specific pentatonic shapes in major and minor that mean that we can launch straight into them, assuming we can find the note. Okay, so if you haven't looked at this, I'd recommend going back to the original lesson where I talk in much more detail about the airports idea. So let's just assume you have and you understand that. Now let's take a key. So we're going to take the key of B minor, okay, because we started there. So from this root note here, we've got our pentatonic shape 1 in minor. We've equally got our pentatonic shape 2 in major. Remember, we did this in major and minor. From this root note here, we've got our pentatonic shape 4 in minor. We've also got our pentatonic shape 5 in major. They're the facts, okay? That's what you have to know. That's just the simple, there's no way around it, you need to learn that. So, once they're learned, all the stuff we've done now up to this point will now help us be able to go all the way across the fretboard improvising. Because once we're in position, we've done a lot of work now linking the pentatonic shapes together, we've got a lot of licks and we've done a lot of solos to make sure that we've got ideas. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through step by step the process of improvising, the way I improvise, the way a lot of people improvise, using this technique. Okay, so what I'm going to do quickly is in the key of B minor, that's where we decided to start, right? I'm going to do a quick backing track, which is going to sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. A couple of chords in the key of B minor. Now, first things first, right? I want to find my two root notes. So we've got B and B. Equally, I've got the B up here on the A string. Okay, that's probably the 3 we're going to use for this. Okay, let's say that I start it down here because I deliberately want to start my solo way down here. Okay, first thing I could be doing is just going through my pentatonic shape, right? That in itself is not going to sound bad at all because all the notes work. As the chords change underneath, it creates a little bit of interest for you anyway. But basically, I want to just start by just flowing through the shapes. So I'm going to bring to use my linking patterns to join some shapes together. So if you remember with the linking patterns, when I'm down here, I need to go back into shape 3 and then slide across. So in this instance, in this key, it means I go to the open D string before sliding into 4, sliding into 5. And remember that big exercise we did, that mega linking? In no time at all, using my mega linking exercise and my airports idea, I've managed to go from just starting here to basically soloing across the entire neck, right? And it's not that hard, is it, really? Okay, so this is the idea. Now, of course, I don't just want to be just constantly going up and down, and this is where licks come in. So we're going to take those 2 licks that we've learned, okay, and we're going to try and apply them. So see if you can spot that second lick. I'm going to do the second lick we learned in the last lesson. See, see, I use my linking pattern to get to where I need to be to start the lick. So, and then I played the lick, okay? Simple as that, guys. What about the second lick that we use? Well, how about I go to my B root note here. So I'm starting a bit of a fresh, bit of a linking pattern, a bit more of a linking pattern, and then my lick. Yeah? Starting to get the idea? Suddenly I might be thinking of my improvising, oh, I've been a bit around here too much. I want to go to the moon now, really high up. And so I'm going to look for my B root note right up there. I'm going to visualize that B minor shape, yeah, that shape 4, and I'm just going to grab it. Okay, and I even managed to fit in that lick all the way up there. So, let me just pause that for a second. So then, with the knowledge that we've acquired, I've managed to do a lot there, okay? That's only using just 2 licks, plus all my knowledge about linking the shapes and finding the shapes in the first place, okay? So we've got this kind of layering effect that's working really, really nicely. Now, I'm going to give you another example of that in a major key this time. And then your job here really is to make sure that you understand this well enough to apply this to everything you do. Every time you're trying to improvise, and I suggest doing it every single day, improvising isn't just something you can do or can't do. It takes a lot of time, a lot of repetition and trial and error to get it sounding really good. Okay, so every day, in the private of your own house or wherever, just start playing around. Now let's take a different key. So I'm going to remove that little loop there. And this time we'll go for a major key, shall we? So how about the major key of G major? Sound good to you? You can pick anything you want, of course. So I'm going to very quickly put together another loop in G major, okay? Something a little different this time. Let's go to something a little country. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why not, eh? So, because it doesn't matter what you're playing, where you're playing, this can be applied. So, let's just come back to our guitar sound. First of all, if we're in G major, we need to find G. So we need to find the 2 root notes for it on the E string, there, 3rd fret, and on the A string, 10th fret, okay? We can also go all the way up to the 15th fret on the E string where you get the octave of the 1st note. So that's your first job. You need to be able to do that and quickly. Now let's align the right pentatonic shape, shall we? So down on this root note in major, we've got shape 2. Already sounds pretty good. Up on this root note on the A string, shape 5. And again, if we come all the way up here, we've got shape 2 again. Okay, so let's just again put ourselves somewhere in the middle. So let's start here. Now, first things first, we can still use our linking patterns because our linking patterns just use the pentatonic. Even though we did them in minor, doesn't mean we can't use them in major. So if I'm going through shape 5, try and think in your linking patterns where that is. So see if you can spot what I'm going to do here. What I did was I remembered that in shape 5, it's at this point where I can do my second linking pattern. Because it takes me back through 4, into 3, and then back to a minor root note. And the really cool thing to remember here, guys, is that if you're ever on a minor root note, you just need to go 1 pentatonic note up, and it's the major root note. Okay? That's a little trick of the trade. Right? Up to the major root note. So I found my shape 5, got into my linking pattern, went 1 note up for the major root note. So that's it. That's how I found the pentatonic. That's how I therefore am able to go up and down the neck. So once I'm in that position, cool. Now when I'm there, I'm thinking, well, I could probably use my other pentatonic shapes, right? And I can use my other linking pattern. So I'm going to go back through linking pattern 2. Well, I know full well that also shape 5 is the kind of start of my second linking pattern, my first linking pattern, sorry. But I'm just going to end on the G, okay? Okay, so hopefully you're with me on this one. Now, let's just try and get those licks in there, shall we? So now, remember we've got one lick that starts in pentatonic shape 5 and one in shape 2. So let's do the one in shape 5 first. Again. And then back into linking. I can go back to shape 2. Okay. Now, what about the other lick? Well, the other lick's in shape 2, it's here. But I don't want to be going down to shape 1 here. Shape 1 up here is more convenient for me. So I'm going to take that whole lick and play it from shape 2 up here. So here we go. Remember, if you're ever on a minor root note, you go up 1 for the major. Linking pattern, linking, linking, lick. Okay, and so on and so on. So, hopefully you're kind of understanding what I'm doing here. Like I said, what I'm doing now is years of practice, but the basic principles are the same. So you find the right notes, you find the kind of root notes on the E and the A string. Are we in major? Are we in minor? That decides what pentatonic shapes we got. Then we apply the linking pattern so that we can get around the fretboard, and then we apply the licks. Okay, so it's a nice little layering effect that you can use. So I want you to have a bit of fun with that, and next time I'm just going to summarize everything you need to have learned by this point before we move on to the heavy stuff.